Tonight, the Andover Huskies take on and host the Moorhead Spuds. Two teams with a lot of talent, but certainly a lot of great coaching behind that bench.
Yeah, we've got two former NHLers, 2,200 games between them. Jordan Leopold on the Andover side, Matt Cullen on the Moorhead side. So great coaching and great experiences to be pulled from these two for both the benches.
Two separate teams. You got a Moorhead Spud team with a lot of returning lettermen, and a first line that has put up 45 goals last year to speak of.
Yeah, and they've got a tough first line, but their second and third line are equally as talented. They've got 3 Division I recruits and an excellent Bantam team coming up next year. This Moorhead program is loaded right now, Joe.
Huskies between the pipe go with Cash, ATM, Pruitt, having a nice season, but the blue line really the prevailing success so far this year for the Huskies.
Yeah, Drew Law along with Mason Sanders and Chase Nadeau are excellent defenders, and they've really been the strength of this team, along with Cash ATM Pruitt, like you said. Yeah.
Tonight, it's Friday Night Ice. Joe Rulin along with Jim Childs coming your way in just a moment. It's the Spuds visiting the Huskies on QCTV.
Andover Community Center tonight. It's boys high school hockey coming your way on QCTV tonight. 2 epic programs and 2 traditions of true hockey in the state of Minnesota. One representing the far west and the Moorhead Spuds. And of course the Andover Huskies, the home team tonight. Joe rolling along with Jim Childs. And Jim, what a matchup we have tonight.
Yeah, it's an excellent matchup. You know, Moorhead took the 3.5-hour drive up 94 to hang out. They're here tonight. They're in Minnetonka tomorrow. Andover continues their rough and tumble schedule at the beginning, looking to try to find some offense. And I think that's the one thing Coach Manny was talking about as we had a chance to talk with him earlier.
We dropped the puck in that orange. The Spuds control the face-off. Now moving ahead to Cullen. Cullen has it knocked free off of his stick. Huskies try to move it up, but there's Brooks Cullen again. 15 goals, 6 assists last season for Brooks Cullen on that front line. He's also partnered up with Mason Kraft along with Zach Zimmerman on that first line. Here comes Mickelson taking it deep. Now tries to wrap it around. A good look at a score. Beautiful dish. Moving in, crashing the net. And a low slot. And the Spuds take an early 1-0 lead just 31 seconds in tonight's game.
Yeah, what an excellent job by Mickelson as he was able to really pull the defenders with him and looks out front and finds Carver Hashbergen, and he buries it. No chance for Pruitt on that. You can see right here, Mickelson just circles around, and everyone kind of follows him, and going the other way against the grain was Hashbergen.
Well, Mickelson, he glides like lightning on that ice and took it the distance that time and set up a nice quick tape pass, and an early lead now for the Spuds. Let's see how the Huskies respond. And a quick shot off the boards that time taken by the Huskies, and a glove save. That was Keaton Coe with the shot. And let's get updated with our goalies tonight. At least for the Spuds is Charlie Stenjum, comes in with a mark of 2-1, and the goals against tonight 2.23. and a save percentage of .912. Just saw him on that glove save. We'll get you up to date with the Huskies and Cash Pruitt between the pipes. At the next stoppage, there's flicking that puck deep and now allowing the team to chase their default, trying to hold the zone, doing just that here at the near point, pinching in at that far point, and now the Spuds will take it back out to neutral ice. Default puts it there on the stick to Wannert. He's knocked off the puck. Peterson on the backhand sends it deep, giving chase and coming in there is, of course, Rickley, an impressive freshman for the Huskies this season. Huskies last night, a disappointing loss in overtime. It went 30 seconds to OT before Solomon got the game winner for Champlin Park. A nice effort by the Rebels. Huskies.
Pretty emotional game last night as they went after Max.
Crossing through, good speed. You can see already that burst of speed from this Spuds line. That was Burgesson, Tyden Burgesson, who burst through, made it through the defense that time. 4 assists for him thus far in the season.
Yeah, and he's going to Augustana to play. Excellent. He's a great hockey player and an excellent baseball player as well.
Spuds win that faceoff, get a nice shot on. A kick pad save there by Pruitt, trying to hold the zone. This goes length of the ice. We'll get the whistle for an ice. 15:05 left here in this opening period, and Moorhead Spuds, who strike first, 31 seconds into tonight's game with a 1-0 lead, coming on an assist by Brandon Mickelson.
And Mason Kraft also got the assist as well. His dad, a former NHLer, Ryan Kraft.
On the doorstep, getting another good look, trying to find a puck, the Huskies, and finally, defensively, they move it up. Simonich had it there. Cross ice now, lead pass up ahead. Time to Max Cullen. Couple of the Cullens out, one on the first line, one on the third line. Cousins. Of course, Brooks Cullen, the son of Matt Cullen, one of the assistants, former NHLer, on this Spud staff as well. We'll talk a little bit more about the coaching staffs of both of these teams, which are really Hall of Fame-like. Sauer carries in now down the middle. Nicely poke-checked away there. Campbell comes back to help out for the Spuds and rolls off of his stick as he's checked simultaneous there. And covering up and setting it up there is Stenjem.
Yeah, one thing you're seeing, the Spuds are just, they're suffocating. They just are always on the attack and kind of have the Huskies on their heels a little bit right now.
14-10 face-off. Here's Law from the near point. Whistles one. A rising wrister that goes over top of the goal. Law now pinches in, trying to hold the pressure. Good pressure there. Sauer and continues up as the Huskies concentrated their pressure. KJ Sauer in the corner. Looks to center. Deflected back right at him by the defense of the Spuds. Spuds come into that mark of 2-1. Holding on is once again Stenjem.
Yeah, really nice job by the Huskies right now, putting some pressure on, moving that, getting some good puck movement, and look for Nadeau and Law to get some shots as the Spuds continue to collapse down.
Face off to the right of Stenjem. To the corner here. Sauer again. The Spuds pick it up. Long pass, missing there. We'll get a whistle for the ice, just missing on that pass by Dufault. And the faceoff will come all the way back. There you get a look at the Huskies goalie and Cash Cruitt. I was going to say Cash Credit. Cash Cruitt. And he's seen a lot of pucks, like 41 of 44 saves last night.
He's hasn't won one, but he's got a .924 save percentage, which is pretty impressive as a high school goaltender.
Certainly his record does not match his quality of play thus far in the season. Trying to get a quick wrister now. A bouncing puck just outside of the blue. And again, more pressure there. And Stenjem that time hops on top of it. Then he comes into the goals against of 2.23. 2-1 on the season.
Yeah, really impressive so far right now. These last couple shifts by the Huskies able to possess that puck and get Moorhead going backwards.
Beautiful pass off the glass, a breakaway opportunity. Trying to stick the backhand, showed the forehand. Witt with the backhand, a beautiful feed. Zimmerman had the look, another hard shot. Reverses back out, and you can just see that acceleration and the speed of this team here on this Friday night ice coming your way from the Andover Community Center in QCTV. Thanks for joining us. There's a wrister, may have caught part of a shoulder there by Cruitt, who made the save. And the Spuds team is buzzing. We'll wave off the ice. No, we won't. It will stick with the ice. 12:34 to go. First period, still 1-0 for the Spuds.
Yeah, really, part of the Huskies, ability to defend their areas, their defense right now. Chase Nadeau, Law, Lugin, Rogers, Johannesson, and Sanders all have had pretty solid years on the blue line.
Tipped ahead through neutral zone. That's going to result in another whistle. We talked at the pregame, Jim, about that blue line for the Huskies.
Yes.
And we saw it with Rogers the last couple of years. They're really led by that blue line of a team and the speed, Gertis being one of those. But with the Huskies this year, kind of similar to that. Some good speed.
It really is. And the leadership. Drew Law has been playing for 3 years right now. Same and Nadeau, this is his second year. And so it's good to see these leaders out there and be able to defend that line.
Coe trying to thing it in. Now they'll race to the corner to apply the pressure and try to hold the zone. Wrister to the side of the net, crushing in on that far side now. You get a look at Jack Murphy up to the half wall trying to dig it out. Here's Rickley. Poked away, sent back behind the net, trying to get some of that space that will allow the Spuds to accelerate. They work it back out. Manor picks it up. Here comes Zimmer again. Zimmer couldn't quite pull the trigger on a shot. Nice defensive play there by Andover, and it's moved back out through the neutral zone. Default hustles back for the Spuds. Here's Mickelson. Mickelson chips it ahead to the blue line. No look pass. That time puts it right on the stick of a line mate there. Wanner back to the corner. Wanner now up front, moving, trying to get visibility. Far point, rotating that puck around, deflected, just short of that board. Still in possession, and the Huskies and Murphy skate out. They missed that outlet pass to Leopold. Zimmerman carries back in. Zach Zimmerman. 2 goals, now 6 assists after the assist on the goal here in the first period. And we get a whistle here. And again, we talked also in the pregame. 45 goals scored by Kraft, Cullen, and Zimmerman. That was last year.
Yeah.
And they're all coming back, and a majority of the roster is back.
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. And they've got some great seniors on there. Cullen's going to Michigan State. Kraft is going to Mankato. They're loaded. And Zach Zimmerman, as a sophomore, he had 51 points last year as a freshman.
Spuds last year 13-1. They are certainly not playing at that level here early this season. And now Murphy will try to carry out. Oh, just absorbs a big-time check, slow to get up. I don't think I could get up after that check put on him by default.
Yeah, really nice hit by default. He had him lined up. He had and absolutely just put the hip right into him. And Murphy, nice to see him. Just no retaliation. You can see here, good hit by default. And he just got up and went, and that's the way hockey should be right now.
Face off again. You're seeing the Spuds win many of the draws here. A good look that time. On a good face-off win and a chance for that shot by Simonovic. A wrister here, almost handcuffed Cash Cruitt, but he makes the save. The rebound goes to the corner, now lost itself back out through neutral ice, where the defense will move it up. Kraft a little bit behind on his pass across the ice.
That one goes into the bench.
Then it does. So 2-1 for the Spuds, 2 overtime games, one with Grand Rapids. And Jim, it seems like Grand Rapids takes everyone to overtime.
Well, you know what? They're a gritty team, just like the Spuds, just like Andover. You don't have the ability to get ahead on them because their skating is so good. They hit hard, and they value defense.
Keaton Coe, first to the puck after the faceoff, brings it along the board, trying to dig it out in the corner and help out a teammate there in Rickley. Spuds put it backhand, move it up along the way. Devick that time unable to work it out, trying to center the Huskies, pitching in. Here comes Law, but here's a 2-on-1 opportunity. The numbers right now for Cullen. Brooks Cullen across the way, shot, scores, top shelf, put it with the peanut butter. A quick wrister.
That again was Hashbargen with his second goal.
Just happened to be there once that breakout occurred. An odd man rush 2-on-1.
Well, Law pinched in, and that kind of left an opening as Jason Nadeau was back there by himself, and he took Brooks Cullen, and an excellent pass over to Hashbargen.
Hashbargen, his first 2 goals of the season have happened here in the first period. Just under 10 minutes to play. Opening period, 2-0 lead now for the Spuds. And that speed has been that difference thus far. They just get the breakouts, come out with a clean breakout. And they're ready at any given time to hit the switch. Working in now, Max Cullen. On the deflection, Max Cullen, number 11. He is a sophomore and a senior. His cousin is Brooks Cullen, 6'1", 190. Last year, 20 goals, 15 assists.
And there's another Cullen that is actually playing for the U.S. developmental team in the USHL. He would have been a sophomore this year. So, yeah, it's Moorhead has been loaded. This is a pretty solid group of legacy names.
Another face-off win here. Mickelson moves it around, stirs it, sends it across. One-timer had a whole back net. Shot from the dot is blocked in front. Nice play defensively there by the Huskies to gear that down. I think that defensive play came from Rogers.
Yeah, great play by Casey Rogers to just jump in front of leave. Doesn't matter about the body, just get in front of that puck.
A whole back door to look at from the dot to the face-off circle. Now trying to play below that dot again, and it's face-off will happen after Pruitt decides to settle the puck and secure it.
Well, Pruitt has seen quite a bit of rubber, as you had mentioned this year, and he's made some great saves tonight already. The couple that have gotten past have been, he's been committed to one side, and it's just been great passing and excellent execution on the shots by Hashbargen.
Good job to hold the zone by default. He whistles it and rings it along the board. Tries to get a teammate into the flow, but the Huskies carry it out. That's Sauer. Crossed the way here, sending it deep. Mason Sanders defensively. Pinching back behind, dropping the puck, leave it there for a Spuds teammate. And Wanner tries to work it out. And Sauer converges on him to apply some pressure. Reversing ice, taking it back to reset there is Zach Zimmerman. Just wants some space so he can get that speed unleashed. Moving in, shot above the dot to the face-off circle, deflected by the stick of Andover. Another shot, far point, a stick save. Cairns now to the half wall. Sauer trying to make its way through. We're going to get a penalty coming up here on Burgesson for the Spuds, and the Huskies are going to get a look at their first power play.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was an interference call, as I believe that is Tyden Burgesson that goes off for 2.
7.5 to play. The Huskies last night a power play goal. Their first goal of the game versus Champlin Park. We'll see if they can dial it up here to cut into the deficit early. Kicks it back out to neutral ice. Huskies on the power play so far this year. 2 for 19 at 10% proficiency. Penalty kill, meanwhile, at 100%. Moorhead is 7 of 7 on the penalty kill so far this year. Something tells me they enjoy the extra ice when they're on that penalty kill. Racing backs. Trying to converge on that puck. Brandon Mickelson now. Here's some numbers if they can get the spacing. Moving in, Brooks Cullen. Drop pass. Puts it back. Little give and go back to Brooks Cullen. He flicks it over the top of the net. Little give and go back. And an exchange that time by the 2 Spud players on the penalty kill. A minute left on the power play for Andover. Sauer tips the puck just behind the red line. They're going to call an ice here as he was a good step beyond mid-ice when he made contact with that puck. So face-off will keep Cash Truitt company here.
You can see Moorhead just when they got that puck, and you can see right there, there's John Ammerman, the blonde, who's been the head coach for a number of years, 13 years. He and Tony Kunka, the other blonde behind the bench, have been back there together for 2 years, or 13 years together.
Just a wealth of experience and knowledge behind the bench here for both of these squads.
Tony was a professional baseball player.
We'll unveil more of that insight as well as this game continues to unfold. The Huskies are going to get another ice, their second ice on the power play here. 38 seconds left on the man advantage, and the Huskies come into this with a record of 0-4 so far this season.
Yeah, Joe, you can see right there one of the reasons why they're 0 for 7 teams are 0 for 7 on the power play. There's Coach Matt Cullen. Over 1,500 NHL games. But they are on the attack. They don't go into a defensive shell. As soon as they get the puck, they are looking to score and create an opportunity.
Now we have to remember Matt Cullen, also a former St. Cloud State Husky.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Well.
Yep.
Set behind here. I know one of Ryan favorite players also behind the bench for the Huskies. We'll talk about him as well later. Sauer takes a shot. It's blocked nicely by Mickelson. One-timer. Kicked right back out. Nadeau on the pass, holds the zone. Now sends it to the left face-off circle. Huskies cannot control. It goes out beyond the blue line. Langfeld gives it up to Kraft. Kraft tries to get that puck back in his control. Almost a breakaway opportunity for the speedster on that first line, Mason Kraft. 15 goals for him, 25 assists last year for Kraft. Holding just inside the blue line, Mickelson drops it back to Cullen. Cullen back to Nicholson again. He'll circle behind the net, look for any teammates. Huskies defensively trying to seal him off. Some good pressure there. And coming over to help out too is Langfeld for Andover. The puck bounces and spins across the blue line. We're going to get a face-off just outside the Andover blue line. 4:47 to play, first period.
Well, it was encouraging at the end of that power play for the Huskies, and KJ Sauer did a great job, below the net, behind the net, of just orchestrating some opportunities out front, especially on that one-timer to Langfeld.
Good crowd again, as always, here for Huskies hockey. Hops the stick here, default, a chance if he can get to the puck first. Just kind of held up just a bit more. We're going to probably get another interference penalty.
Yep.
And this will go on the Spuds, so the Huskies get back-to-back power play opportunities.
Yeah, you can see that's touching up right there.
You can see.
I think that's default. That's going to go.
Yep, Giacomini that time trying to get that race to the puck and win that. Face-off now. Controlled by Andover. Pinching in is Rogers. Rogers pushes it back for Rickley. Now to the corner. Brady Peterson sets it up. Brody has it back now on his stick. Up above the top of the dot with a wrister that goes to the near corner. Misses the target. Rickley gathers it in again. Now poked away. Now the numbers. Once again, Burgesson has it. 2-on-1. A shorty opportunity. Scores!
And he's got a hat trick.
A pure hat trick. Natural hat trick here in the first period. Beautiful setup.
Absolutely. And like I mentioned, Joe, they just go on the attack as soon as they get that puck. And you can see the chemistry between these Spud wing or line of Hashbargen. They just understand where they are. Bergeson right over and a goal.
And the key piece too is excellent passing. Tape to tape, and Hashbargen pulls the trigger and gets the Hattie here in the first period. And we still have 4 minutes to play. Period number 1. 3-0 lead for the Spuds. Andover still has 1:25 left on the man advantage. Pinching in his Coe. Coe tried to get control. Nadeau recircles, puts it there on the stick.
Yeah, Coe's going to go for interference.
Coe is go. They'll skate 4 aside now for the next minute and 13 seconds. So the Huskies nullify what's left of their power play on the penalty to Coe. And you kind of see why the Spuds are 8 for 8 on the penalty kill this year.
Yeah, you can see right here, Coe just, that's probably the definition,
progress, right?
definition of interference.
Face off to the left of Cruitt. They win. That is the Spuds who control. Nice job by Law to get possession here. 4 on 4. A lot of ice out there. 3.5 to play. First period. Trying to toe drag their way through and put a backhand near. Time the Huskies in an effort there by Langfeld. Back behind again. Now the Spuds will break up. Mickelson. Cross ice. Disrupted by Andover. And then Mickelson had it back momentarily. Poke checked away. Langfeld puts a backhand. Not quite as deep as he had wanted. 30 seconds left on the 4 on 4. Skating in now, stops near the dot at the top. Now looking for a cutter. Mickelson down low. Simonitz with this shot comes in with a left on this 4 on 4, and then the Spuds will go on the man advantage for about the next 45 seconds. 3-0 lead for Moorhead. All the goals have come the way. The number 13, Carver Hasbargen. Near side, back here comes the Spuds. They have the power play, but a deflection off the stick. Goalie Stendrum will set this face off just to the right of the Spuds goalie.
Yeah, I think the Huskies need to kill as soon as they can kill off this penalty. You can see right there that's the Moorhead bench again. The Huskies need to just settle down and just make some strong passes and just get into their spacing like they've done on a couple of these power plays.
Spuds again drop the puck here. They'll have the power play. This is their first power play opportunity of the game, and just 30 seconds left there. But Zimmerman rockets his way behind the net, then sets up at the half wall. Now moves it up near that far point. Nice play defensively to deflect that puck away by Murphy and sends it back through. Kraft will reload and try to carry in. He does. Drops it for Cullen. Cullen tried to get it in for a shot. They did not get it hard enough on a clear attempt there by Murphy. Still controlling the puck. Back at full strength will be the Huskies in a matter of a second. Kraft, cross-eye, shot, below the dot. A beautiful save by Cruitt right on the doorstep. Point-blank opportunity. Here comes Kraft again, dialing up another assist attempt, but that one goes to the wide and near the corner. A bouncing puck is settled. Kicked back now to Devick. Devick, a backhand off the boards near. And now a carry in for Sanders. Sanders sends it to that far corner. Langfeld has it there. He'll try to set something up on the doorstep, try to go in the shortest and nearest of angles, but trying to create some offense here for the Huskies. Off the skate there of Brooks Cullen. It goes to Kraft. Kraft now down low, trying to hold the zone. Far point now, working it up. Bouncing puck hops the stick there of Kraft. We're under a minute to play. First period, 3-0 lead for the Spuds. It eludes, that is the puck. The blue line back out to center ice. Still with it. Kraft has it. Far side. And now to Burgesson. Burgesson, a couple of assists already here in this first period. Collision ensues, but first to the puck will be the Huskies in the corner. Now a no-look back pass behind. Controlled at half wall. 30 seconds. First period remaining. Across ice. A wrister here goes slicing and dicing and lasering over the top of the goal. On the doorstep, trying to find somebody in front. Reversing. A look back to the far point. Now dickling in. And finally, a good look inside. Blue line there. A shot that time taken, but it hit the skate of a Husky defender. Ricocheted to the far corner. Carrying up. Trying to send it deep. Unable to get it past the defender. And trick already. 3 in the first period. And the Spuds have a 3-0 lead as we go to the first intermission. We'll return with the second period here on QCTV.
Yes, the farmers market season has started. The Andover Farmers Market is now in its new location. Due to construction, the market has moved down the road to Riverdale Church. With fresh flowers, locally grown produce, and artisan goods, it's always a treat to see what's new. The supportive and collaborative atmosphere among the vendors is truly great to see and enhances the market experience. Whether you're a longtime visitor or new to the farmers market, there's always something fresh and exciting to discover. Don't miss out on the live music, adding a special touch to your visit. Remember, the market runs every Tuesday from 2 to 6 p.m. until the end of October. It's a perfect opportunity to support local farmers and artisans while enjoying high quality and adding fresh products to your meals. See you at the market.
I am Jen Stump, and we are at Andover at the Lions Park off of Bunker and Hanson. So this time, this event, it's the first annual, so we're going to give it a try, and it's just an ice cream social. So for anybody in the community, come on out and get free ice cream. So the Andover Lions, we are a volunteer nonprofit organization. And so within Andover, we get together monthly and we do service projects throughout the year. We raise money for donations for the community. Anything in Andover we try to do to help. We've been Andover Lions for many, many years, and we're just really trying to give back and to get our name out there and to get the club out there. We've had a lot of people that have come up and said, oh yeah, we know who you are, we've seen you here and there. So now we're trying to put that into reality and just get out here, and this is why we started to do this for the first annual, just to try to get out and have the community come on around. This is our first time doing the ice cream social. We do other things. We serve beer at the Andover Fun Fest.
That's popular.
Oh yes. We used to do it, now we're going to do it again, Harvest Fest at the YMCA in the fall for trick-or-treating and whatnot, and they have different activities. But yeah, we bake groceries, we get together, we volunteer at Hope for Youth, so we just try to get out there, and we're open to new ideas. There's multiple ways to support the Andover Club. You can donate always. You can come to events. We have meetings once a month. If you want to come to a meeting, we meet the second Wednesday of every month, and it is at the Andover Community Center at 6 p.m.
The city of Andover is in the middle of a meter changeout. Counts. So it has moving parts in it, and as the meter gets older, it'll start making noise. It'll make this ticking noise, which can be very annoying for residents when mainly when irrigation's running higher flow amounts. And these older meters have this screen in them, and over many, many years, there's small holes in there. They can start to get plugged up, and you'll start to notice decreased pressure in your home. So that's part of the reason we're changing out too. This is the meter head that counts the flow going through the house. And these old meters, the technology only allowed the meter to count in 1,000 gallons. If you were able to look at this, you would see the single gallons, but when it would actually talk to our radio, this is an example of the new meter we're putting in houses now, and this is the radio that would talk to this meter or an old meter. The difference between the new and the old being this one would talk in 1 gallons, the old meter would talk in 1,000 gallons. May not seem like a big difference, but when we are able to talk in that 1 gallon, we're able to get an alert, say your house is continuing to use 100 gallons an hour, 200 gallons an hour, never goes to zero. That, with our system, it would give us an alert saying, hey, this house on 154th Lane has never stopped using water for the last 24 hours. We would be able to go through our records and try to notify the homeowner by an email or a phone number. If we can't get a hold of anyone and it looks like it's a lot, we would send someone out just to investigate. Say someone's gone on vacation in the winter and the worst happens, a pipe breaks. We would be able to at least try to shut the water off to mitigate any further damage from happening to that house.
So far, they have changed over 1,600 water meters and hope to change out about 3,600 water meters in total. They will continue the process next winter to reach that goal.
The new plastic meters, I don't know if the camera will show it, but it's straight through. There's no moving parts. There's nothing in here to make noise. It's just a chamber that goes straight through with like 2 magnets that are sending a little magnetic field through that stream of water. That's how we're able to, get our reading. So no things to click or make noise or, annoy anyone in the middle of the night when the irrigation turns on. So that's kind of an overview of our meter change out program and some of the reasons why we're doing that.
If you have questions about your water meter or to set up a time to change your meter, you can contact Andover City Hall.
In a world where physical health often takes the spotlight, it's easy to overlook an equally important aspect of our well-being, mental health. Yet despite its significance, mental health is often stigmatized, misunderstood, or simply neglected. From creating awareness to offering education and community wellness grants, to hosting our annual 5K walk for mental wellness, the Mental Wellness Campaign for Anoka County is creating a community where mental health is as important as physical health. Let's break the silence, erase the stigma, and prioritize mental health. Together, we can create a world where everyone feels supported, understood, and empowered to live their best lives. The Mental Wellness Campaign for Anoka County, your mental health matters.
Food insecurity touches millions, leaving countless families unsure where their next meal will come from. It's a daily struggle affecting health, focus, and well-being. Cole with Anoka County Public Health here. You should know that this is a challenge we can meet together. By supporting local food shelves, starting community gardens, and learning about national food programs, we can turn the tide against hunger. Every can donated, every dollar given, every hand extended in help makes a difference. Let's unite to ensure no one has to go to bed hungry in our communities. Together, we can end food insecurity. Reach out, get involved, and make an impact at goanokacounty.org.
So here in Andover, we have what we call our Adopt a Park program. We have over 70 parks and open spaces that we maintain. So any help we can get from the public, we greatly appreciate. So currently we do have a handful of parks available for adoption. The way the program works is you reach out to our Public Works Administrative Assistant, Danielle, and she can set you up on it's a 2-year commitment that you clean the park twice a year. We supply the garbage bags and everything, and then we'll come pick them up after your event. And it's a 2-year commitment, and you get a sign at the park recognizing whether it's your family, some local businesses do it as a way of just giving back to the community. So any help with the Adopt a Park program is always greatly appreciated in helping keep Andover parks clean. So we ask a minimum of twice a year, a spring and fall cleanup. you're welcome to do it as many times a year as possible. Obviously, the more often you do it, the less trash there is to pick up. So, but twice a year is the commitment that we ask for people when they sign the contract. So, with all the parks, a lot of them are neighborhoods, and a lot of families just kind of adopt them as like their own park. So, they're in their backyard. They help keep them clean, and it's always appreciated from our staff and myself and everyone here at the city. People enjoy it. People take ownership in it. Like I said, they start calling it their park. So yeah, people seem to enjoy the program, and we've really had great success with it. And currently we have most of our parks are adopted, but we do have a handful. If anyone's interested, they can reach out to go to our City Andover website, into the Parks Department, and look for our Danielle Lensmeyer. She's the one who manages that program, and she can get you set up.
The Andover Community Center. A beautifully renovated building is ready for your next adventure.
So yeah, we're coming up on our 20th anniversary here later this summer. For the ice arena, the facility as a whole, including the YMCA, opened, it'll be 20 years next summer. But yeah, early on in the planning process, the city got together with the YMCA and formed a partnership. So not only do we have our gymnasiums and the 2 ice rinks and walking track, multiple community rooms that are all operated by the city, but then the YMCA has all the fitness, the studios, the pools, obviously all those programs that YMCAs do, and I think it's fair to say it's been a very successful partnership here for coming up on 20 years.
From the growing popularity of pickleball to the walking track, the Andover Community Center offers plenty of activities to suit your needs.
Yeah, so just here about 4 years ago, we did a big expansion, added our second sheet of ice, which includes a walking track on the second level, added another gymnasium, multiple community rooms again. But yeah, again, going back to maybe the early folks that designed the building before I was here, you're right, we get a lot of compliments. The black concrete floors, all of the wood beams, all the woodwork through the building. We work really hard as a staff to maintain all these spaces. We took opportunity here this spring actually to do a fair amount of updates going on 20 years. It was time to refinish floors and do a lot of painting and that type of stuff. But yeah, it's certainly a beautiful building. You know, we take a lot of pride in the community center here. It's a beautiful facility. I would encourage anybody that's maybe not made it in here to just stop in, visit our information desk. We can take you on a tour, be happy to show you all of the schedules, all the activities, and really just all the opportunities that the community center has, both for residents and non-residents. Also our partnership with the Y, you can stop and visit their desk, talk about Y memberships and all the great programs they run as well. So definitely come and see us. Fun Fest is coming up here in just a few weeks, and that's a great opportunity if you're going to be on the grounds for Andover Fun Fest. Make your way over to the community center. It's a good spot to come cool off a little bit, grab some concessions, whatever you need, and come visit us.
My favorite thing about volunteering as an Extension Master Gardener is learning about the different gardening styles and sharing that knowledge with others. I love meeting and learning from people who care about educating, inspiring others through gardening. Whether you are a new or seasoned gardener, there's always something new to learn. In 2023, our Anoka County program will celebrate 40 years of teaching and working with residents. They learn to grow healthy plants and foods, improve local ecosystems, and create outdoor living spaces for people. I am one of over 150 Master Gardener volunteers living in this area, so one of our strengths is being familiar with the challenges other local gardeners face. Every May, the Master Gardeners host a plant sale fundraiser and sell plants grown and thriving in this region. The money we raise supports our community project and activities throughout the rest of the year. I am excited to see what positive changes we can make this year and the ripple effect it can create. Please visit the AnokaMasterGardeners.org to learn about upcoming Master Gardener events and services and how you can become a volunteer.
We return to the Andover Community Center. Joe Rulin joined along with Jim Childs on this Friday night ice. Coming your way, the Huskies taking on Moorhead, and it didn't take long for the scoring hunt to begin tonight here for Moorhead as they came out, got out of the bus, got on the ice, and then they hit that engine, that scoring engine. In fact, they hit the engine just 31 seconds into the game. And here's Mickelson, who brings it in, sets it up behind, and puts it right on the tape to Hasbargen, who picked up his first of 3 goals. There's the second one, tape-to-tape pass, buries him. And then the hat trick. The Hattie in the first period goes the way of Carver, Hasbargen, and a shorthanded goal as well. So the Huskies are going to have to battle back here. As you can see, the Spuds have that Spuds fuel going.
Yeah, they certainly do. And, shots on goal 15-4 in favor of the Spuds. And the Spuds, did end themselves up in the penalty box a couple of times. Andover had a couple of times where they had puck possession. They just couldn't get the shot on. And then when things were, rebound came out, they were able to clear and go on the attack. And that's kind of what we saw as the Spuds were on the attack. In the upcoming Andover schedule, Joe.
And then you got Elk River. They'll be playing them on the 10th, followed by Benilde St. Margaret, followed by Wayzata. If these teams look familiar, it's because they are. They're all mostly in that top 10 of the state rankings. Duluth East, we had a chance to see them in a loss to Champlain Park on Tuesday. And then Rosemont, that's who they'll play just after Christmas. Coach Mark Manny had said these first 12 games for us are going to be beyond a test.
Yes.
And it has been thus far. They started 0-4. There you can look at the Spuds and what they have going. They go to Minnetonka tomorrow.
Yep.
And take on the Skippers.
And then they'll take on their section foe, Roseau, the Roseau Rams. They will come back here. They'll host Elk River Zimmerman, and then out to Section 8 opponent, St. Michael Albertville, and then Class A, Section 8, the War Road Warriors.
Last year, the Spuds, their season ended. They only went 13-1, but their season ended in a loss to Elk River in the section semifinals.
First time they didn't make the section final in 24 years.
Spuds in the orange, moving. Left to right, Kraft now sets up, puts a wrister, hits the traffic in front. Nice play defensively there for the Huskies and Nadeau. And working it to the corner, trying to get Law to move it behind the net. Double team momentarily, deflection. Now moves on to the stick of Langfield. Langfield moves it in, then absorbs a big-time check. That time by Hasbargen. Just underway, second period, as the Huskies going to try to cut into a 3-goal deficit. Hasbargen, the hat trick in that first period. Sends a pass across from one face-off circle to another. Coe controls, carries out. Coe gains the line and puts a shot on. Pad save sent to the near quarter. Andover continuing to kind of get some mojo flow going here, but it's skating out Zimmerman. He's got some speed. A big shot that time. Kicked it to that far pad, trying to hit a teammate coming in on that far wing. A couple of players overskate the puck. Water had it back, set it up there for a teammate. Burgesson put the shot on and missed. Burgesson at the half wall, whistles it back behind the net, and now a backhand by Andover, and they'll move their way out. At least it appeared so. Now back again, put on the stick on the defense of Lutgen. Back behind the net of the Spuds. The Spuds, as you mentioned, Jim, outshot Andover 15-3 in that first period. Now have jumped out 17-3. Shots on goal early here in the second period. Lutgen trying to battle there, but lifting the stick. And moving at it that time was Warner to get possession. Into the corner, continuing to battle. Zach Zimmerman wheels it to the half wall, that first line. getting some juice. Wanner at the half wall. Waiting for it here is Hutari at the near point. Hutari pinches in now, getting by. Here's Rickley with the chance. Near the end of a shift, crosses center ice and drops it to that far corner. Working it up along the board. Here come the Spuds. Wanner reaches, survives, settles the puck. Bergeson battles to the corner there and collides in the corner there with Sanders. Andover trying to come out clean, but when you're working with this much speed from another team, and the Huskies have been on the other end of this for such a long time, it's tough to come out clean when you're so tired. Johansson carries across, now gains the line, moves it far side. Into the corner, loses the edge. Spuds trying to work it up, but not without some resistance by Andover. Mickelson puts a backhand through the neutral zone. Collision picked up and now moving in. Chance there for Giacomini. Giacomini had it momentarily, tries to gather it again, but he'll make a line change and head to the bench. 3-on-2, the numbers now here for Mullen. Now stepping it back, a backhand look, and it absorbs off of a skate and ricochets to behind the net. 13 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in a fast-moving second period. It's all about the speed, trying to hold the zone. The Spuds will, in fact, almost triangulate the puck. A carry out here just beyond the line by Babineau, and it's set right back in again by this Moorhead squad.
I like it, Joe. I love what they're doing right now. They're just getting a little bit more physical out there. The Huskies are, and I think that's paying off as far as puck possession.
Yeah, it was really something we talked about in intermission, and Jim, you know, the speed here of the Spuds, but you've got to do something different here. Hassenberger looking for that fourth goal already. Snipes this one over the top. Does Hassenberger. Now on shot, the save is made. Sauer with the shot and the save made by Stenjem.
Yeah, nice glove by Stenjem there, the senior.
Well, we talk a lot, too, about the connection and with Moorhead, but, of course, you got the head coach with a little bit of a Moorhead background from Andover.
Well, yeah, he was one of the first real Division I athletes to come out as a Spud. He went to Air Force to play hockey.
2-on-1 quickly, the numbers. Cullen takes it to the corner, drops it to a teammate, just gets by the trailer that time for the Spuds. Now trying to guide the puck up and into the Spud zone. Carried out 3-on-2 once again, just like that. A quick wrister on a stick action that time. An attempt by Max Cullen. And the shot scores. Oh, my. Converts. A bit of a greasy goal. And Kraft gets his first goal of the night and his first of the season.
Yeah, Kraft, nice job. Goes right over the glove of Pruitt as he got the puck right inside the circle and got it past. So,
little deflection, little redirect. Before you know it, he had it right on his stick, came in back up, quick turn and found it. Just a small light and a small seam. Impressive goal for Mason Kraft. He had 22 goals, or he has 22 goals, 62 assists in his career here with Moorhead. 4-0 lead for the Spuds. Peterson ends that off the board. Giving chase of our side is Keaton Coe.
Kraft goals unassisted.
Wrister by Devick here. Bad save, turning. Another shot absorbed into the midsection of Cash. Already seen 21 shots on goal, and they're just not regular shots. These things are missiles coming at them, snipes.
They certainly are. And the Huskies, you got to remember, these Huskies, we've got only 4 seniors out there. And so good experience right now for these guys early in the season.
$11 minutes. Stefan Richter misses the net. Now trying to spot it, get to it, and control it. The Spuds on the backhand, but now Andover will carry it out. Through the neutral zone, that was Rogers. Defensively, this one goes deep. And there it goes. Hey, we've talked a little bit about that experience behind the bench, and there you get a look. Here's a need to know by Joe. And here is a former Andover Husky, Matt Cullen.
Moorhead Spud.
Cullen scored 286 goals in the National Hockey League. And guess how many game-winning goals he scored? I need to know for you, Jim.
Joe, I think it was, if I remember, I think it was 37.
Bingo! You got it. 37. Bam, goals. His son leads the team last year, he did, with power play goals. Cullen, by the way, ended up with 55 power play goals in his career. Also, 3 Stanley Cups. And I mentioned Cullen because I myself, a former St. Cloud State graduate. Matt Cullen is a St. Cloud State graduate. And guess what year he won a Stanley Cup with another St. Cloud State grad?
Joe, I don't know.
And it was in 2005, 2006 with Carolina, and he teamed up with Brett Hennigan. That's a lot of need to know in a short amount of time.
Holy cow, Joe.
Matt Cullen. But those two teamed up. 3 Stanley Cups for Matt Cullen throughout his NHL career. And as I mentioned, 731 points in his career. It's impressive. And now his son, one of the top scorers, Brooks Cullen, on this line last year. As I mentioned, led the team in power play goals as well. So carries on the tradition.
That's great. Well, Andover gets another power play. Their first one is period number 2.
And carrying over, you see it is the Spuds who are 9 for 9 on the penalty kill this year. Huskies will set it up. Trying to go short side. Good shot that time by Sauer. Almost stuck it between the shoulder and the pipe that time of Stenjum. Now back it. No look. Nato sets it up there. Nato drop it. Moving in. Shot from above the dot. Nato now sends it to the far side. And that's to Sauer. Sauer sends it through. Controlled again by Andover. A minute left on the man advantage. Langfield puts it over to Sauer. Then they try another pass back. And a stick goes down, and that's controlled by Bergerson. Moving through and in, tied in Bergerson. And it's dumped right back, length to the ice. Huskies will try to give chase, but getting there first and defensively controlling is Brady Steffen. Huskies will try to carry in. Still plenty of time. 40 seconds left on the man advantage. Losing the edge as he heads to the corner there was the Andover forward. And unable to get back up, and they send it back again. They have one shorthanded goal already tonight to the Spuds. Guess who that was by?
I'm guessing it was
That's
Hashbargen?
not a need to know.
that one's a fairly easy one, Joe. I got that one.
Know.
Yeah,
a must know.
Yeah.
There we go. Shot top of the net.
Yes!
They score, the Huskies. A power play goal. Cut into this 4-goal deficit and get a much-needed goal as they worked hard for that one. And Jack Rickley will pick up his first goal as an Andover Husky. And it becomes a power play goal for the freshman.
Man, he's had a good period. That first shift, he was throwing his weight around. This one out in front. And you talked about greasy goals. That was a greasy goal right out in front. Just pounding away. And good answer by the Huskies. They're not done yet.
First time that the penalty kill unit for the Spuds has surrendered a goal this year. 9 of 10 on the penalty kill now for the Spuds. The Huskies have it. Now break the other way. Here, burst, drop pass. Brister! What a snipe that time, but missing the net. Coming into the hard shot was Zimmerman. Dropping back. And now trying to move in for the Huskies. Trying to stack some goals here. Saw the pressure there by Murphy. Top of the face-off circle. Directs it back. Now, just inside the blue line, there's Kraft. Kraft sends it across just in front of the Spuds bench. There's a shot. Caroms into the netting here in the near corner. Just beyond the midway mark of tonight's matchup between the Spuds and the Huskies. 8:21 to play. And Andover just tallied that power play goal to make it now 4-1.
Joe, the assist came from Casey Rogers along with Owen Lujan. So a couple of defensemen picking up Lujan his first point and Rogers his second point of the season.
Good time for that. Now the Spuds trying to work it up, almost to carry up in a Michigan-type goal attempt there for the Spuds. Andover, cross wing. Johansson brings it along the board, working it behind and still controlling behind. Now trying to find someone in front. Piercing trying to get his way in front. Langfield, it's poke checked off of his stick. Huskies still control. Babineau sends one to the side of the net. Crashing in on that far side, Rogers. Rogers again. And rather that time it was Sanders versus Rogers. Sanders still working on that far side, and Sauer going to try to cut off the Spuds as they try to come out clean from behind their own goal. 7:20 pass put right on the stick. Beautiful move there. Good hands by Burgesen. He's guided to the corner. This puck lofted to the glass behind the net. We're approaching just under 7 to play in the second period. Sauer recircles in his own end. Looks across the way, tries to send a stretch pass up, and does. 2-on-1 chance now for the Huskies. A quick shot. Side had it there. A good look at a second attempt, but it hops the stick that time of Babineau. Good pressure by Andover right now as they're trying to dial up more and more pressure. Langfield had the chance there. Circling, Rickley brings it in again. Rickley snipes again. A pad save off the waffle pad that time of Stenjem. Back the other way. Burgesen scoops it to the corner. And they're trying to catch the Spuds on a line change. Picking it up, Rickley again. Carries in. Drop pass there to Coe. Coe at the half wall. Tries to dial it up. He's double teamed. Coming in to loosen things up with Peterson. Puck there in the low slot. Nato gets it here, puts the shot. That's deflected. A backhand out through neutral zone. Controlled and carried in by Mickelson. Mickelson dangles that puck again, and now it rolls off of his stick to a collision with the Huskies. Carrying in, Rickley far side, sends it back to the corner. Giving chase, the Huskies try to mount some more pressure, but a carry out for Mickelson one more time to center ice before he turns it over. Back to Devick. Fakes the pass, dangles, and now carries in, and it's whistled for the offside.
Wow, what a change of event. The momentum has it completely flipped over. At least the Huskies are skating, and boy, I tell you what, they're creating some opportunities. You can see Coach Mark Manny there, number 16 as far as seasons for him behind the bench. And he's just really done an incredible job.
257 wins, a state championship. There's no one who communicates any more clear.
No.
But it's a Manny way.
Yep.
It's the Mark Manny way of communicating. He's had some one-liners at state tournament press conferences. They love it when he goes to the press conferences and just delivers the true word and the message. And he communicates that same way with his players.
Yeah, he's the integrity that I believe that he has is really second to none in this world.
Set up here, now trying to carry in. Andover trying to mount more pressure. That's Lutkin. Shot there, carried away. Now back again at center ice. There's Rogers. Rogers tried to send it deep, but his stick was deflected. Now near side, carried in. Hasbargen with 3 goals already drops it back to Cullen. Hasbarger sends it up, racing it. Shot from top of the faceoff circle. And the goal is loose, and they'll need to reset. With 4:45 to play. Huskies creating some juice, and as you mentioned, Jim, a tough loss last night in the overtime.
Yeah, and I tell you what, the one thing we've always seen about Champlin Park, and you and I have called a number of Champlin Park games, they are a physical team. They will skate with you, and there are no cheapies. And it's physically toll. There's a physical toll that comes when you play them. And it looks like the legs are back under the Huskies after period number 1.
Zimmerman will head back out into the neutral zone and try to reset and start that engine of the Spuds. A chase after it. The Huskies flutter a puck out. Had it momentarily there with Devick, and now back in. A good-looking shot. Rebound comes back out the other side. Huskies dialing up more and more quality shots here in the second. Burgesson goes to the ice. No whistle there. Zimmerman trying to stick work it free. Huskies really doing a great job of picking up their intensity on these checks and also just really bracketing the Spuds, not allowing them to get off to those burst starts. Steffen holds the zone and shuffles it to the corner with a backhand. Andover ahead. Babineau puts it there on a stick of Langfield. Langfield tries to stick work past the defense. The puck got through. He did not. Reciprocating the pressure. Back the other way. Burgesson drop pass. Mickelson takes the shot. Trying to pick up the loose change was Zimmerman that time, but it rolled off of his stick. The shot by Mickelson. Nice job by the defense to step into that shot and deflect it and disrupt a good scoring opportunity there for Mickelson and the Spuds. One goal apiece here for both of these teams.
That was Rickley again with the deflection. Sorry, Joe.
Yeah, good pressure here.
Another penalty coming to Moorhead.
Johansson holds the zone and will get the whistle. 2:58 remaining. And hey, little momentum. Huskies, as they can capitalize here. Down by 3 goals late in the second period, but they dial up another power play opportunity.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, Joe. This is a different team that has really come out here in the second half of the second period. They are skating with the Spuds. The intensity's increased. It's going to be a solid game coming up.
Oh, by the way, I have another need to know by Joe.
Oh, yes.
But we're going to wait
yes.
for the third period.
Okay.
This one has to do with a certain member of the Huskies coaching staff. So we'll postpone that to the third period. 2:58 to go. Andover.
Pins and needles, Joe. Pins and needles.
It's a must-see TV. Face-off controlled. Spuds do a great job of winning those draws. Nadeau trying to hustle back and seal off pressure and some move up ice as the Spuds have a shorthanded goal already. This puck is sizzled and sent length of the ice. 2.5 remaining, second period. 90 seconds left on the man advantage here for the Huskies. Good touch pass. Good setup on the entry in this time for the Huskies to set up the power play. Nadeau does it back low, a little too far. Now deflected behind the net. Langfield has it again at the half wall. He was going to try to send it to Nadeau at front, but Cullen stepped in front of that. He'll drop it now to Kraft. Kraft skates in. Great stick work. Tries to stuff it and puts it in the sock drawer. Second shorthanded goal tonight for the Spuds. But, boy, did they create spacing and speed, the Spuds, on that penalty kill, and the goal scored by Kraft.
Yeah, Kraft, that's his second goal of the period. So, Hasbargen with
tonight's second goal of the season for Kraft. And now a 5-1 lead occurs here for the Moorhead Spuds. Huskies still with 40 seconds left on the power play. They're sent back into their own end to set up. Lutkin will do that here and move it out. And ahead at the half wall. Huskies trying to work it again. Brody Peterson had it there momentarily, but now the Spuds.
To not take that chance and try to get a shorty.
The play does remind me a lot of the Andover Huskies in their state championship year, especially with Thorson and his number of shorthanded goals that year as well. But nonetheless, back at full strength are the Spuds. Pile up at center ice, and Huskies continue to chase that puck, and that's Dylan Larson. Back behind now, trying to center. The Spuds will carry out. Send it across. It's deflected, touched up, so no icing. Jam up here. We'll get another penalty. 31 seconds remaining here in the second period. Was one goal aside until moments ago, and Kraft is responsible for both goals scored this period for the Spuds.
So Cooper Johansson will go to the box for the Huskies.
And that's so tough as he's trying to hit it. Power play opportunity now for the Spuds. Up top now looking at low, and it's just 20 seconds left here in this second period. Jim Menson, Johansson whistled for that penalty. Zimmerman works it low, trying to get below the dot.
So, after getting down 4-0, they were able to get a power play goal. We saw some good momentum coming from the offense. They weren't, back on their heels. Good skating period for both teams.
Jim and Joe show on Friday Night Lights here on QCTV. The whole crew doing a great job. We'll be back for a third period, a 5-1 lead for the Spuds.
Yes, the farmers market season has started. The Andover Farmers Market is now in its new location. Due to construction, the market has moved down the road to Riverdale Church. With fresh flowers, locally grown produce, and artisan goods, it's always a treat to see what's new. The supportive and collaborative atmosphere among the vendors is truly great to see and enhances the market experience. Whether you're a longtime visitor or new to the farmers market, there's always something fresh and exciting to discover. Don't miss out on the live music, adding a special touch to your visit. Remember, the market runs every Tuesday from 2 to 6 p.m. until the end of October. It's a perfect opportunity to support local farmers and artisans while enjoying high quality and adding fresh products to your meals. See you at the market.
I am Jen Stump, and we are at Andover at the Lions Park off of Bunker and Hanson. So this time, this event, it's the first annual, so we're going to give it a try, and it's just an ice cream social. So for anybody in the community, come on out and get free ice cream. So the Andover Lions, we are a volunteer nonprofit organization, and so within Andover, we get together monthly and we do service projects throughout the year. We raise money for donations for the community. Anything in Andover we try to do to help. We've been Andover Lions for many, many years, and we're just really trying to give back and to get our name out there and to get the club out there. We've had a lot of people that have come up and said, oh yeah, we know who you are, we've seen you here and there. So now we're trying to put that into reality and just get out here, and this is why we started to do this for the first annual, just to try to get out and have the community come on around. This is our first time doing the ice cream social. We do other things. We serve beer at the Andover Fun Fest.
That's popular.
Oh yes. We used to do it, now we're going to do it again, Harvest Fest at the YMCA in the fall for trick-or-treating and whatnot, and they have different activities. But yeah, we bag groceries, we get together, we volunteer at Hope for Youth, so we just try to get out there, and we're open to new ideas. There's multiple ways to support the Andover Club. You can donate always. You can come to events. We have meetings once a month. If you want to come to a meeting, we meet the second Wednesday of every month, and it is at the Andover Community Center at 6 p.m.
So here in Andover, we have what we call our Adopt a Park program. event. And it's a 2-year commitment. You get a sign at the park recognizing, whether it's your family, some local businesses do it as a way of just giving back to the community. So any help with the Adopt a Park program is always greatly appreciated in helping keep the Andover parks clean. So we ask a minimum of twice a year, a spring and fall cleanup. You're welcome to do it as many times a year as possible. Obviously, the more often you do it, the less trash there is to pick up. So, but twice a year is the commitment that we ask for people when they sign the contract. So, with all the parks, a lot of them are neighborhoods, and a lot of families just kind of adopt them as like their own park. So, they're in their backyard. They help keep them clean, and it's always appreciated from our staff and myself and everyone here at the city. People enjoy it. People take ownership in it. Like I said, they start calling it their park. So yeah, people seem to enjoy the program, and we've really had great success with it. And currently we have most of our parks are adopted, but we do have a handful. If anyone's interested, they can reach out to go to our City Andover website, into the Parks Department, and look for our Danielle Lensmeyer. She's the one who manages that program, and she can get you set up.
The Andover Community Center. A beautifully renovated building is ready for your next adventure.
So yeah, we're coming up on our 20th anniversary here later this summer. For the ice arena, the facility as a whole, including the YMCA, opened, it'll be 20 years next summer. But yeah, early on in the planning process, the city got together with the YMCA and formed a partnership. So not only do we have our gymnasiums and the 2 ice rinks and walking track, multiple community rooms that are all operated by the city, but then the YMCA has all the fitness, the studios, the pools, obviously all those programs that YMCAs do, and I think it's fair to say it's been a very successful partnership here for coming up on 20 years.
From the growing popularity of pickleball to the walking track, the Andover Community Center offers plenty of activities to suit your needs.
Yeah, so just to hear about 4 years ago, we did a big expansion, added our second sheet of ice, which includes a walking track on the second level, added another gymnasium, multiple community rooms again. But yeah, again, going back to maybe the early folks that designed the building before I was here, you're right, we get a lot of compliments. The black concrete floors, all of the wood beams, all the woodwork through the building. We work really hard as a staff to maintain all these spaces. We took opportunity here this spring actually to do a fair amount of updates. Going on 20 years, it was time to refinish floors and do a lot of painting and that type of stuff. But yeah, it's certainly a beautiful building. You know, we take a lot of pride in the community center here. It's a beautiful facility. I would encourage anybody that's maybe not made it in here to just stop in, visit our information desk. We can take you on a tour, be happy to show you all of the schedules, all the activities, and really just all the opportunities that the community center has, both for residents and non-residents. Also our partnership with the Y, you can stop and visit their desk, talk about Y memberships and all the great programs they run as well. So definitely come and see us. Fun Fest is coming up here in just a few weeks, and that's a great opportunity if you're going to be on the grounds for Andover Fun Fest. Make your way over to the community center. It's a good spot to come cool off a little bit, grab some concessions, whatever you need, and come visit us.
Food insecurity touches millions, leaving countless families unsure where their next meal will come from. It's a daily struggle affecting health, focus, and well-being. Cole with Anoka County Public Health here. You should know that this is a challenge we can meet together. By supporting local food shelves, starting community gardens, and learning about national food programs, we can turn the tide against hunger. Every can donated, every dollar given, every hand extended in help makes a difference. Let's unite to ensure no one has to go to bed hungry in our communities. Together, we can end food insecurity. Reach out, get involved, and make an impact at goanokacounty.org.
The city of Andover is in the middle of a meter changeout program. We are working mainly right now from the 1987 to meters in houses that were built in 2000. So that's the year built of the house. This is an example of what are in our older homes. It's an old brass-bodied meter. This one's taken apart already. And these older meters, this is what makes how the meter counts. So it has moving parts in it, and as the meter gets older, it'll start making noise. It'll make this ticking noise, which can be very annoying for residents mainly when irrigation's running higher flow amounts. And these older meters have this screen in them, and over many, many years, there's small holes in there. They can start to get plugged up, and you'll start to notice decreased pressure in your home. So that's part of the reason we're changing out too. This is the meter head that counts the flow going through the house. And these old meters, the technology only allowed the meter to count in 1,000 gallons. If you were able to look at this, you would see the single gallons, but when it would actually talk to our radio, this is an example of the new meter we're putting in houses now, and this is the radio that would talk to this meter or an old meter. The difference between the new and the old being this one would talk in 1 gallons, the old meter would talk in 1,000 gallons. May not seem like a big difference, but when we are able to talk in that 1 gallon, we're able to get an alert, say your house is continuing to use 100 gallons an hour, 200 gallons an hour, never goes to zero. That, with our system, it would give us an alert saying, hey, this house on 154th Lane has never stopped using water for the last 24 hours. We would be able to go through our records and try to notify the homeowner by an email or a phone number. If we can't get a hold of anyone and it looks like it's a lot, we would send someone out just to investigate. Say someone's gone on vacation in the winter and the worst happens, a pipe breaks. We would be able to at least try to shut the water off to mitigate any further damage from happening to that house.
So far, they have changed over 1,600 water meters and hope to change out about 3,600 water meters in total. They will continue the process next winter to reach that goal.
The new plastic meters, I don't know if the camera will show it, but it's straight through. There's no moving parts. There's nothing in here to make noise. It's just a chamber that goes straight through with like 2 magnets that are sending a little magnetic field through that stream of water. That's how we're able to, get our reading. So no things to click or make noise or, annoy anyone in the middle of the night when the irrigation turns on. So that's kind of an overview of our meter change-out program and some of the reasons why we're doing that.
If you have questions about your water meter or to set up a time to change your meter, you can contact Andover City Hall.
Two teams, certainly with a history of epic matchups, ready to unleash period number 3. Moorhead leading by a score of 5-1. But before we begin that third period, let's take another look here at that second period.
Yeah, and really, it was a Mason Craft show here. All unassisted, gets it right past Cash Cruitt, and then Andover came up with a nice couple of minutes of one power play goal there by Rickley, and then Mason Craft right here, beautiful move, gets it around Cruitt and in for it. That was assisted by Brooks Cullen. Excellent. It was really a good period for the Huskies. You could see the skating and just their physicality come out in period number 2.
Yeah, it was. Kraft looked like he had that puck glued to his stick as he faked in and then
so instead of Kraft singles, it was Kraft double, right?
Yes, very cheesy. Yes. Very.
Cheesy, yes. Yeah, that was good, wasn't it?
Ready to go. Third period underway, and Chance as they begin this third period, the Spuds with the man advantage.
Yep. That Kraft up there, up right from the point, gets back to Mickelson.
Yeah, Mickelson holds, sets it back again. Team here for this Moorhead squad, led last year by Chance, led by Brooks Cullen last year with 7 power play goals. Good deflection there. Sends the Spuds all the way back length of the ice. They'll reset, try to come out with an easy thing. Good pressure. Coe putting it up. His teammate jumps in, helping out. Now looking behind. Loses an edge, but that's what you like to see more of. Challenging it right there. Thought he had a short-handed goal. No, it's waved off. Would have been fitting for Coe to get that, since he really initiated that challenge on that penalty kill as they tried to move it out of their own end.
Yeah, we'll see right here. It looked no whistle at all, and Coe goes after it, and they wave it out. But there wasn't a whistle before it went into the net, so miscommunication on the referees. But you're right, Joe. Great job by Coe on his hustle.
And that hustle also set up an opportunity momentarily for Brody Peterson, but it also helped kill some valuable penalty seconds. Now just 15 seconds left on the power play for the Spuds. Carrying in. A look there at Simonich. Simonich back again. Has it, sends it cross ice below the dot. A shot here secured by Cash Cruitt.
Yeah, Cruitt's had a great night. Even though you look at the score, it's 5-1, but he has stopped a bunch from here, point blank. Doesn't give up the rebound with Cullen right on the doorstep, knocking on Cruitt.
One of the statistics that kind of interested me with Cash Cruitt is he had been in goal for 200 minutes, but he'd also had a total of 140 saves as well. So a save almost every minute or coming up on that. So he's been having a great year, even though statistics may not show that. Cash has been money. Sets up back to the neutral zone. There's Rogers, and we'll get a penalty again. Both teams getting a little feisty.
Yeah, so KJ Sauer will go to the box. Let's see what...
and a cross check there, but just as the Huskies had killed a penalty opportunity, there's some support coming from some of the youngsters here tonight at the Andover Community Center as the Huskies and the Spuds battle on this Friday night battle. The Spuds, Andover played last night, lost in overtime by a score 3-2, but the Spuds play tomorrow night, the Minnetonka. They like to take advantage of a trip down south when they can. Mickelson just inside the blue line now. Sets it up, and Kraft has it. Moving in just to the side of the dot. 1:35 remaining on the power play here for the Spuds. Skating in, point blank opportunity. And a save made by Cruitt again. Moving it, good puck movement and rotation here on the power play. Mickelson moves it to the far side now. Setting it up, trying to cut to the middle of Zimmerman. Back again to Kraft. Kraft tries to slice a pass down below. Has it back. Good touch pass. Unloading. Shot just below the dot. And a wrister saved by Cruitt. And a deflected. Now near side. Huskies moving through again. And a save made on a good move on a nice shorthanded after that time by Giacomini.
Yeah, Jordan did a nice job staying with the puck after he got it, and then rifled one right onto Sinjin. Hit his shoulder, went off. Good play. Good communication on the defensively on this power play so far, or penalty kill for the Huskies.
You think they're down 5-1, but momentum is everything. It generates. So, hey, a good penalty kill here for the Huskies. And you kind of get to see what it takes to get that mindset right. A big blast this time on a snipe. That shot just zipped across and into the corner. 30 seconds left. Good hustle there. Trying to stir it up and get something going was Peterson. Brody Peterson, a speedster. Likes that open ice. Cullen carries in. Has it there. And circling back out, that's Max Cullen. Just inside, now drops inside the blue line here. A wrister gets deflected. Good job out front. Those little things pay off. And a good play by Coe. Battling now to move it just beyond the blue line. Mission accomplished. Warner circles at the logo and will carry in for the Spuds. Successful penalty kill again here for the Huskies. Holding zone, still with it. Even though the penalty's over, they're still operating. They're flying. The Spuds here. Get it out. Simonich, a wrister, pad save, kicked out. That was a hard pad save off of a hard wrister. Pulling through, shots on goal, now 33-14 in favor of the Spuds. Pinching in, trying to add some more of that pressure.
For Spuds.
Simovich here, wrister off the glove and off the shoulder maybe that time of Cruitt. This one's fluttered, and we'll get a stoppage of play. And you know one of the Simonich, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, Simonich, yes. His brother actually was a state champion a couple years back for in golf. And the top level, I think there's two. Is there 2 or 3 at level 3A? And is actually golfing at NDSU right now.
Off the face-off, the puck on the edge. Picked back up, right to Burgesson. A chance here, scores! Puts this one over the shoulder, and Burgesson snipes one on a wrister as he's moving in on Cruitt. But it all started, Jim, on a beautiful pass put right to the stick of Burgesson. And Burgesson picks up goal number 1 on the season here. What a snipe.
Yeah, excellent job by the Augustana commit. That was, and you mentioned there was options. There were 3 forwards up there that could have taken that puck as they all entered the zone, and it just tape to tape right onto Ferguson. Great job.
Spuds doing some puck hunting tonight. Pick up the 6-pack. A 6-1 lead. The Huskies are able to send it back through the neutral zone, and there will be an ice. And we got to have a need to know now, right? A need to know,
yes.
The change, because we had a need to know from the Moorhead coaching staff. This need to know goes to the Andover Husky coaching staff, and this is a need to know by Jordan Leopold. And Leopold, by the way, 67 NHL goals, but also he was a Hobie Baker winner in 2001, the same year that the Gophers won the NCAA National Championship versus Maine, 2001 to 2002. And then his experience at that WCHA, back then it was called, with the Gophers at D1 out of Golden Valley, Minnesota, but also his experience in the NHL, second-round pick. Amazing experience to have on that bench, Jim.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. It's just that compliments Coach Mark Manny so well. But to bring that thing, and you can see him farthest back as he was a blue liner in college for the Gophers and in the NHL. So that's so valuable to have. And even at the practices, just through conversation, you learn so much. And what value to have Jordan Leopold on that bench for the Huskies.
Yeah, absolutely. And not only that, he's a Northwest Suburban guy. Another penalty coming up to Moorhead now.
So get a look here, and they will go with the Huskies, who have the power play goal tonight. That was scored by Jack Rickley.
And Rickley's had a great night tonight. Boy, he's been all over the place. He's a 200-foot player. He's been on both sides of the rink.
Moving in, Sauer. Good job of dangling that puck. A little toe drag, and then fired it between the skates of the defender. And making a nice save was Stenjum. 140. Plenty of time left on the man advantage as the Huskies try to send one top shelf. Miss goes over the top of the net there. And they'll reset. Holding the zone. Another follow-up shot here hits traffic. Moving in, Sauer sends it across the face-off circle, making a dive, flying over the top. That was like one of those Super Friends cape type of dive. If you see that again, Stingham dives across. Look at that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the one thing you got, Huskies came in 2 for 19 on the power play. They've got another power play goal tonight. But you could see the chemistry starting to happen with this power play. It's not going to be long before this thing is pretty lethal.
And the movement of the puck,
yes,
right? They're sending it from one face-off circle to the other. It's not a conservative, just hold on to it and try to create some spacing. And once you see him moving from that cautious approach to confident, you're going to see a lot more proficiency on the power play. There's a deflection. A couple of players exchanging pushes, shoves, and they will clear that up now as 10-19 remaining.
Yeah, Coe with a nice little deflection. Stingham caught Stingham in the chest. He was able to control that rebound, but excellent job on this power play so far. They're going to switch up and bring out the second team. So Rickley will center against Bergson.
To the corner, gathered, quick wrist and clear, deflects, and now a carry out, and the numbers consistent again. Trying to reach for that pass just beyond the reach of Bergson on the shorthanded. 2 shorthanded goals this evening for the Spuds. A 6-1 lead. Carry in, gains the line again, trying to get a give and go back. That's Carver Hasbargen. He had a natural hat trick in that first period. Scored the first 3 goals of the game. 9.5 remaining here in this third period. Thanks for joining us for the sports presentation here on Friday night on QCTV. Joe Rulin along with Jim Childs, and we are going to be back at full strength for the Spuds here in a matter of seconds. Rickley bangs it behind. He's a good-sized freshman. Now behind, trying to center. Good pass out. Arister scores! The Huskies get a pass, and Leopold buries that one. Top shelf, puts it with the peanut butter. And Leopold collects his first goal as an Andover Husky. Kyle Leopold.
That was a great job. Leopold from the high slot just puts it past. And really that was started by Rickley back behind the net with his work. That puck down deep, able to get it out. And Leopold made no mistake.
Peterson with great vision. I mean, a tape pass through all that traffic. From behind the net, Peterson put it on the stick of Leopold, and Leopold sniped it just under the crossbar. That comes across. That will be an even strength goal. Cullen now carries in for the Spuds. Moved off his stick, pickpocketed. Now back the other way. Huskies, Thackberry pushed to the ice. Reciprocating the pressure. Here comes Kraft. Kraft tries to send it across. That's deflected. And now the Huskies. You can tell the Huskies have a spark going here late as we are just beyond the midway mark of this third period. 8 minutes, 20 seconds left. Huskies on the puck hunt now. Leopold dials up some speed, gets to that puck first. Looks behind, now he'll carry him to the near corner. The Spuds trying to settle a bouncing puck. Moving it up, and you're starting to see a much more aggressive squad here for the Huskies. As the goal by Leopold, the sophomore. Looks like it's put a charge here in the Huskies in this third period as they still trail 6-2, but you gotta, like, once you can experience that success, a goal, it carries to that mindset and it makes it happen why you do the things in practice that you do. And you got Mark Manny and that staff, and they do nothing but just kind of activate and elevate talent at practices.
Absolutely, and you see that why the student managers have to wear a helmet back behind the bench as that puck ripped in and just about went off the backup goalie, not Caden Foster, but Nolan Cook saved it from hitting the student manager. Spuds.
Obviously, that probably goes without saying as well with the practice sessions, as you can tell by the way they produce here with Moorhead as well. Big check by Sauer. He puts Campbell down with a check. Huskies hold the zone, at least momentarily. Pressured, the momentum carrying back out the Spud player towards the blue line. Andover sets it up across the glass, sends it through neutral zone. Race to the puck now. Babineau was trying to get there first, but first to it for the Spuds and Devick. I carry in now, trying to do some stick work, centering it. Campbell tried to get a stick on it. Pruitt was there for the save. Shots on goal, 34-19 now in favor of the Spuds with 7:07 remaining here in the third.
Yeah, one thing that's impressive about Pruitt is Cash is, he may go down, but he's up immediately, back on his skates. He's not, his lateral movement is strong, and he's strong on the puck and square to it. He's really an asset to this Huskies team.
Setting up here, Erickson. Face-off picked up. Recircling back again. Spuds trying to move their record to 3-1. Their last game was a 4-3 win over Grand Rapids in overtime about a week ago. Cutter in front, then to the blue. They get a stick and a deflection. Zimmerman trying to change the number here for the Spuds late in the third period. Off the board, corralled. Law will shuffle it on a backhand. Wanner, backhand, deflects back to Zimmer. Zimmer try to carry in. Great defensive play there. Boy, you're seeing Huskies really challenge, and at that time Dylan Larson. An excellent job on a pretty strong, formidable scorer in Zimmerman. Moved him off the puck. Now carrying up. Has possession. Futeri. And a face-off will take place after the puck is secured once again by Pruitt. Moorhead came in, certainly one of the top teams ranked in the class.
Yeah, and they had one early season loss. And you think about it, all these the amount of early season losses by some of these top teams. It's not unexpected, especially as young as both these teams are. So we got another penalty coming up.
Huskies opened up their regular season this year with a team of Rogers, and Rogers certainly then the following week was ranked number 1 in class 3A and 2A rather. Then they took a loss to Shakopee. Or they took the loss to St. Thomas Academy. St. Thomas Academy, I think, is ranked number 1. I don't take too much in those rankings this early in the season, but what I'm trying to get to, and it reflects, is the schedule that the Huskies and Moorhead playing. Teams of this caliber, you can see skating in and putting a shot on Pruitt. He makes the save as it deflects into the netting. But these are the teams that play a tough schedule. And there it is, thanks Trinity. As you can see, Edina took a loss also to Moorhead.
And St. Thomas Academy, they've been lights out. They destroyed Rogers the other night, and they have been outstanding. Minnetonka, Maple Grove, Maple Grove's got a couple of losses. They're going to, that they're going to be there at the end of the year.
But you see it with these teams that are in that top 10 or within, or the Andover who challenges, because head coach Mark Vanny had said from the start this year, even before the season started, our first dozen games is going to be a test because they are playing a lot of teams in that top 10.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are.
Moving it up. Cross now, deflect, trying to clear. Mission accomplished there for the Huskies. 1:20 left on the man advantage for the Spuds. And Mickelson maneuvers his way, matriculates, sets up a pass to Kraft. Kraft trying to get his own hat trick there, right on the doorstep. Turned away by Pruitt.
Wow, what a great job. He was in a phone booth and able to work around and get a quality shot off. That was, good job by Mickelson to be able to just lay that right out for Kraft to be able to maneuver. Pruitt, strong.
One-timer, misses the net, goes to the near corner. Set up there, and Huskies flutter the puck on a deflection, forcing Devick back for the Spuds. Devick works it out, and we had a chance certainly to see Mickelson's skill set in the first 30 seconds of the game as he just was a rocket getting down before. Good pressure here by the Huskies on this penalty kill. I love that look by Giacomini. Giacomini coming in and busting up on that opportunity on that far wall. Almost looked for a shorty bounce to get the chance for shorty. Anyway, down low one time, back up front, working the clock here. Working it again, a shot deflected. Good play there by Giacomini again. Forcing that puck out. They dropped it almost intentionally there for Giacomini. He got a stick on it. Huskies carry out. Here's a chance. Babineau's going to skate it. Shot from the dot. Pad save, kicked aside, and it back at full strength. But Max Cullen has it here. Unleashes a wrister. Hits the defender in front as the Huskies successful on another penalty kill. 3.5 to play. A 6-2 lead for Andover. And Jim, you being a native of the Spuds and Moorhead, you have to be pretty excited. We talked in the pregame. They have a lot of returning talent, goal scorers on this team, and it's going to be a pretty impressive season, I think, for them throughout.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what comes out of Section 8. You know, the Elk River Elks able to get to the state championship. Actually, they played for the Consolation Championship last year. Lost to Centennial in overtime. And, Roseau's always strong. Bemidji, another strong skating team. Section 8 will be difficult. Section 7 is going to be kind of fun this year, Joe. Duluth East looks like they're down a little bit. Grand Rapids looks like they're solid. They played Moorhead last weekend, and Moorhead won 4-3. So Grand Rapids, Rock Ridge is, I think, pretty solid this year.
Huskies' next game will be against Elk River.
Yep.
Here at the Andover Community Center. That's on the 10th. The Huskies will be looking for win number 1. A very unlikely, very uncommon start for a Husky team. But it's, tell you can see the progress already for the Huskies. They trail 6-2 right now with 2.5 to play. Third period, cross ice, hard off the skate of Campbell. That'll force Andover back to retreat. Rogers circles behind his own net, carries up. He's going full throttle right now. Going right at him. Splits the defense, gets by, puts a backhand. Sent to the ice. What a great individual effort. Up a little bit injured, it appears. As he delivered that like FedEx going coast to coast, just couldn't quite get the goal. Cutting in front, searing a chance. Zimmerman tries to seal it off and blister one past Pruitt says not anymore.
Yeah, they continue now. The Spuds with it. Cullen up to Simonich. Gets it in. Pass over to Kraft. Kraft just misses on that pass. And that comes out of the zone for the Spuds. Kraft will settle it back down in their own zone. Get it up to Simonich. And it goes ahead to Brooks Cullen.
You got to like the effort, though. Both of these teams. And here late in the third, a game that, the Moorhead Spuds took little time. Let's just say they didn't move like Spuds. They moved energetically.
Well, I tell you, it's been many years I've watched, and this is Spud hockey. Good skaters, good puck. They possess the puck very well. They know where each other are on the ice. They've got great chemistry. This team made so many sectional finals and state tournaments. It's just been a powerhouse for
Well, it
decades.
sounds like that powerhouse comes to stay with their youth programs as well. Coming away for Moorhead.
The champions last year in Bantams, and they've got, I believe, 9 or 10 skaters back on that Bantam team this year.
Breakout now for the Spuds. Cross ice. Trying to shovel ahead. A pass that time was Bergeson, disrupted by Andover. They'll carry out, and Bergeson gets the puck back. Pass to a teammate. Crossed away, settles it. Bergeson takes a shot, a glove save, and flashing some late leather. That time by Cash Cruitt.
Yeah, so Joe, you know, the in all likelihood, the Spuds will win this one. They're up 6-2 with 30 seconds left. Obviously, we get that. They're going to take the season series the overall regular season 5-4. But the Huskies are undefeated against Moorhead in the state tournament, including in 2022 in a overtime win. The Huskies 2-1 over the Spuds, and just one of the classic quarterfinal games in state tournament history.
It's such it's really become a rival, so much rooted by the history of course, Coach Mark Manny as well. So the 11th matchup between these two teams.
Yep.
Here tonight. So you're right. The Huskies and Moorhead had one heck of a quarterfinal matchup a couple of years ago in the state tournament.
Yeah, it was a magical run for the Huskies, but that team for the Spuds, boy, they were good skaters, and that was just a wonderful game.
Pass off the skate, finds its way back deep into the Spuds end. Circling into the corner, looking across, the quick wrister. Larson with that shot, and finally we get the buzzer, and it takes home a 6-2 win as Moorhead travels to Minnetonka tomorrow, but tonight they came out with a charge.
Yeah, and Carver Hashbargen with the natural hat trick right in the first period, and that kind of set the tone for the whole night.
Hey, they struck like thunder early and often in that first period and didn't look back. Moorhead, a 6-2 win tonight over the Andover Huskies. Congratulations to the Spuds as they move to 3-1. Hey, a call out to everyone. Trinity in the truck leading the crew and all the camera work and the production around here tonight for QCTV. Awesome job. Jim Giles, great working with you again. We'll have to do this again sometime.
Yeah, maybe next week.
Take a look here at the broadcast schedule coming up. Spring Lake Park boys basketball is at Andover. That's coming up on the 10th. Meanwhile, on the 12th, Champlain Winter Band concert, Cannon and C maybe is what we might hear.
Yes.
I tried that last night with Pete Anderson. Girls hockey, War Road versus Andover. That's on the 13th. And then boys hockey again, Wyzetta versus Andover. You can tell that tough hockey schedule for boys hockey. A wonderful production. Great job. Hey, thanks all the viewers, the listeners, for joining us here on this QCTV sports presentation. The Spuds, they come out a flying, and they take home a 6-2 win over the Andover Huskies. For the crew here at QCTV, I'm Joe Rulin for Jim Childs, and thanks for joining us, and have yourself a major league evening at a minor league price.